Good morning. This is your 8:15 daily operations weather briefing. Seeing partly cloudy conditions out there. Comfortable conditions to start the morning. Should see mainly dry conditions through working hours today with increasing clouds, and then we'll see increasing rain chances as we move into our Tuesday, setting up for some unsettled weather as we move through Tuesday as well as into Wednesday. So some wet weather moving through the area as we move through the first half of the week. If we take a look at the current surface analysis, we have this broad area of disturbed weather over the southeast part of the country. It's being supported by an upper level low. We're going to see that slowly meander northeastward as we move into tomorrow and into Wednesday, and slowly expecting that to pull out of here as we move towards later in the day Wednesday. But that will keep some widespread rain over the southeastern into the mid-Atlantic part of the country as we move over the next couple of days. Current weather this morning: scattered deck at 9,000 feet and scattered at 25,000 feet. Winds out of the southeast at 5 knots. Temperature at 66 degrees and relative humidity is at 84%. Take a look at the current visible satellite as well as the composite radar. We can see that cloud shield just to our south and southwest that will gradually build into the area as that system gradually moves towards our region. And we'll start to see this shower activity again moving in late this evening, and more so as we get into the day on Tuesdays when we'll see our likely chances of rain really increasing. So if we look at the high resolution model here, see how we can expect things to play out. Again, expecting mainly dry conditions as we move through working hours today. You'll see some light radar returns on the NAM here, mainly as we get past the 16 local time frame. So when we could see maybe a few light showers around the local area, but most of that activity holds off until we get past the midnight time frame. That's when we'll start to see gradually increasing chances of rain showers as we move, particularly as we get into the start of the day on Tuesdays, when we'll start to see that rain shield really moving over the area. Looking at rain through much, if not all of the day on Tuesday. Could see some pockets of moderate to heavier rain, and we'll see a chance of an embedded thunderstorm with this activity and maybe a few breaks in the rain activity, but overall just a wet day as we move through the day on Tuesday, and that will linger into the evening time frame and the first part of the overnight time, continuing with the chances of rain showers. As you can see, some higher reflectivities here, possibly some heavier rain showers with a chance of a thunderstorm continuing. And then we'll see most of that tapering off as we move into the start of the day on Wednesday. We'll continue to see cloudy conditions with some low clouds around, eventually becoming mostly cloudy as we get later in the day. We'll see once again a chance for some afternoon showers or storms as we get late in the day on Wednesday. As you can see, just towards the end of the model run here, starting to see some of these reflectivity values starting to pop up with that possibility for some activity during the afternoon and evening. So looking at the 24-hour weather risk chart for today, expecting green conditions as we move through our working hours today. We'll see temperatures climbing into the mid-70s for our high, around 74 degrees. We'll see a slightly breezy wind out of the southeast to south-southeast, 7 to 12 knots, gusting up to 17 knots, but not expecting a wind advisory at this time. Increasing clouds as we do expect those ceilings to be dropping as we go through the day today, down to around 6,000 feet this afternoon, 7,000 feet this afternoon, and then gradually dropping even further down to below 3,000 feet as we move into the evening, particularly as we pick up that chance of some precip moving through the area. Looking at that yellow risk as we pass the 1600 local time frame, mainly past the 18 local time frames, and we'll start to really see a better chance of that. Just a slight chance as we move through the first part of the evening, increasing to a slightly better chance as we get past the midnight time frame, when we'll start to see overcast conditions, and increasing to an orange risk as we pass the 4 a.m. time frame, as it does look like that's when that rain shield will really start to be moving over the area. That's when we also pick up a yellow risk for that slight chance of an embedded thunderstorm, and we'll see some lower ceilings and visibilities with that as well as we get into the start of the day on Tuesday. Our low temperature just around 63 degrees with those clouds keeping things milder. Tides are running normal. Tuesday we'll see cloudy conditions. Rain showers will become likely as we start the day on Tuesday, and seeing a chance of a thunderstorm within that activity. Again, looking at a red risk for that precip chance, keeping a yellow risk for lightning chances, mostly rain, but can't rule out an embedded thunderstorm with that, with pockets of moderate to heavier showers. We'll see what looks to be fairly breezy conditions through the day on Tuesday as well, with some peak gusts possibly up up to 30 knots as we move through the day. So looking at a red risk for a good chance, likely chance of seeing a wind advisory as we move through the day on Tuesday. And keeping a yellow risk for that reduced ceilings and visibility possibility with those showers pushing through. High of 69 degrees. Continued conditions similar to Tuesday into the first part of Tuesday evening, so keeping those same rain chances and lightning chances and reduced ceilings and visibilities. I do expect those winds to slowly drop off, so keeping an orange risk for those elevated winds through the first part of the evening. And should see those winds dropping off as we get into the start of the day on Wednesday. Otherwise, low expected around 62 degrees, and then cloudy conditions with some low clouds possible early on Wednesday, so keeping that yellow risk for reduced ceilings and visibilities. And as we get into the afternoon, we'll see mostly cloudy conditions and a chance of an afternoon shower or thunderstorm, so looking at a yellow risk for that possibility at this time. And otherwise slightly breezy, but should stay below wind advisory criteria, and a milder day with a high of 75 degrees. That's going to wrap up the 8:15 daily operations weather briefing. We'll be back again at 10 a.m. to take a look at the extended forecast. Enjoy your morning.